Do you know that some of the most beautiful gardens aren't made from expensive store-bought decor? They're made from everyday things, objects you probably already have, just waiting to be rediscovered. So in this video, let's explore how you can decorate your home garden using 10 uncommon or daily use objects with only a minimum amount of DIY. And no, we're not talking about just placing an old chair in the corner. We're going deeper into how each of these objects can be styled to match different garden types, sizes, locations, and even seasonal changes. Before we start, let me welcome you all to this Design SK Studio channel where you can learn about design tutorials for better living. Please subscribe, like and share. Thank you. Let's start with the objects themselves. 1. Old wooden ladders. They can be turned into vertical planters, garden shelving, or even trellis support. Perfect for small backyards or side yards where you want to go vertical. The rustic texture works beautifully in cottage gardens or herb gardens. 2. Worn-out cooking pots or colanders. Yes, those slightly dented ones you've shoved to the back of the kitchen cabinet. They already have drainage holes. They're practically begging to be used as quirky planters. Best used in informal gardens with edible plants or a playful artistic garden vibe. 3. Broken bike, chairs or stools. These become unexpected stands for small potted plants. Just repaint or sand them a little. They add elevation in flat gardens and create a vintage or bohemian touch, especially when grouped. 4. Tin buckets or paint cans. Great for container gardening, especially in minimalist, industrial or farmhouse-themed gardens. Paint them bright colors, white, or leave them bare for a raw look. Be cautious with the rust. Line them if needed. 5. Old windows or shutters. These add vertical structure and nostalgia to a garden wall or fence. You can hang small potted plants on them or just use them as a visual frame. Ideal for decorative gardens where you're trying to create a back wall decor. 6. Unused picture frames. Believe it or not, large or ornate frames can become a backdrop to climbing plants or garden mirrors. They work well in artistic or vintage-themed gardens. Just make sure the material can survive moisture or give it a protective coat. 7. Clay roof tiles or broken ceramics. Use them as edging, stepping stones, or to build low walls. Mediterranean gardens or dry climate planting zones will benefit from this natural look. It's a great reuse for materials that otherwise end up as waste. 8. Wicker baskets. Use as hanging planters or herb containers. Add a plastic liner and good drainage. They work in front yard gardens or small patios where you want a warm, earthy tone. 9. Glass bottles. Create bottle borders, hang them as lights, or use them as mini greenhouses. They reflect light beautifully in tropical or exotic plant gardens. Just be mindful of breakage and always secure them well. 10. Old drawers or suitcases. Turn them into raised beds or layered planters. They bring storytelling into the garden. This works for backyards with eclectic or romantic design themes. So, now that we've got our 10 unique objects, let's talk about how to style them based on your garden type. If your garden is small, say a side yard or compact back patio, go vertical. Use ladders, hanging baskets, and wall-mounted frames. If your garden is decorative or designed for flowers, use ornate frames, windows, and repurposed furniture for visual storytelling. In herb or vegetable gardens, go with colanders, buckets, and drawers that let you grow upward and stay organized. Or do you want a Mediterranean vibe? Use clay tiles, broken ceramics, and metal items like paint cans. For a romantic cottage feel, mix wicker, old chairs, and vintage suitcases in soft tones. Now, how can you keep your garden theme year-round? Here's the key. Start with a structure that works in all seasons, like decorated vintage donkey cart, ladders, walls, and solid containers. Then rotate the plants during different seasons. Warm weather plants in summer, hardy greens in winter, decorative objects or lighting during fall and spring. Also, think in layers. Big planters bowls on permanent hardscape, next to an old bench, and then changeable plant or flowers planted in the planter's bowl. Then you can add decorative light poles, small statues. Gardens aren't just about plants. They're living spaces, personal stories shaped by your hands. So before buying anything new, look around. You may already have everything you need to turn your garden into a one-of-a-kind sanctuary. There you have it. Remember, Design SK Studio channel is the place where you can learn about design tutorials for better living. Please click the notification bell for the next educational videos. Happy gardening. Till next time. Thank you for watching.